Alright people, so I'm here with your Payback predictions video. I don't think that they've done a good job of building to this pay-per-view. It feels like just a fucking, almost like an episode of Raw almost. You know, and I forgot to even fucking do predictions until today. You know, I have like 15 minutes here before work, you know, to get these predictions, to make a video about it and get them up today. You know, I even forgot about the show. That's how uninterested I am. I forgot to do my predictions video. I usually like to get it up, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I think I said I would in one of my videos, but I just forgot to do it, probably because, you know, the show's fucking garbage and I'm not even looking forward to it. But, first match here, we have Kalisto versus Ryback. You know, I think Kalisto's going to retain here. I mean, I don't even fucking know what's going to happen. I don't care what's going to happen, but I mean, just because he's a babyface, I think he's going to win here. I mean, and the thing is, he hasn't even been on Raw the past fucking, it seems like the past month he hasn't even been on Raw. I know he hasn't been on Raw, like, I think at least the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. You have your U.S. champion not even on Raw. And then Ryback hasn't even been on Raw either. It's like this match is just poof out of nowhere and it's going to happen. Well, I mean, how dumb is that? So I think, yeah, Kalisto is going to lose, or going to win there. I think it's going to be just a fucking boring 5 or 10 minute match. It's not going to be anything special. Then we have Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. Now, they have done, I said, a decent job of building up this match with the Bullet Club and everything. I mean, there's some anticipation there over what's going to happen. So I do give them credit there. I mean, we didn't really get a good promo between Reigns and Styles. I wish they would have done something better there, but then again, what can you do with a fucking failure on the mic like Roman Reigns? You know, I actually think the match is going to be pretty good. I think they might do something interesting with the Bullet Club or something like that. So, you know, I have hope in this match. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be great because Roman Reigns has not really had a great match in this company, but I think it's going to be good. And I do think Reigns is going to win. I cannot envision AJ Styles winning the belt this early into Roman Reigns' title run. Although I do think there's a possibility since Roman has been getting such a loud fucking boo, you know, loud boos as of late. Then we have Miz versus Cesaro. I think the Miz is going to win here. There's probably going to be some interference from Maurice. And how sad is it? You know, you got the Miz. You know, and Cesaro fighting for this belt when just a month ago Zack Ryder was in the title picture. He was getting a lot of cheers. A lot of people liked him. Now he's nowhere to be found. I mean, how fucking sad is that? But I think this match will be pretty average. You know, it'll probably, again, kind of be like the U.S. title match. Probably, you know, maybe a 10-minute match, maybe 15. They might give it a little more time than the U.S. title match since they actually feature these two people on Raw. But I'm not getting my hopes up for this match. I think it'll be okay. And I think The Miz will win again from probably some interference from Maurice. And, you know, what the fuck's the point of Maurice being there? I hardly even notice her. I mean, it's kind of fucking dumb. Like I said, you know, it's what she's not even doing anything. Ever since that Raw after WrestleMania, she's just been standing there with The Miz. I mean, what the fuck's the point of her being there? It's kind of fucking dumb. You know, and she isn't really doing anything. Then we have Ambrose versus Jericho. I think Ambrose will win here because he's a babyface. He's a younger guy. I mean, Jericho's up there in age. He's getting up there. I think this will be a pretty good match because, you know, Ambrose is a average, maybe decent wrestler. Jericho is a good wrestler. So I think this will be a pretty good match here. I mean, the build to this match kind of sucked too. Again, you know, the whole build around this match was kind of Ambrose interrupting Jericho's show, which was kind of a shitty thing to build around, and changing it to the Ambrose Asylum. Just like the Miz and Cesaro build was pretty shitty too, with their fucking, you know, corny movie references and the whole thing being centered around fucking movies. It just didn't do it for me. But you know, it's not like I'm looking that forward to this match. It's not going to do, you know, it's not like Ambrose is going to be champion anytime soon or anything like that. At least I don't think. You know, same thing with the Miz and Cesaro. You got fucking Cesaro. Even if he wins, it's like, okay, he's fucking IC champion. Big fucking deal. He's been in this company, what, 3-4 years? He's shown he's a great wrestler, yet he's still in IC title matches. I mean, what the fuck's up with that? Same thing here. This is kind of just a mid-card match that doesn't really, it's not going to mean anything because all they're going to do is fucking push Roman Reigns and then probably Cena when he comes back. So it doesn't feel like it's that important. So yeah, I think Ambrose is going to win, and I think it's going to be a pretty good match. Then we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This is a tough one to predict who's going to win, but I think Kevin Owens is going to win here. I mean, they haven't really seemed too willing to really even give Sami Zayn some wins. I mean, he hasn't even really beat anybody. Again, he lost to that guy at the last NXT pay-per-view. He lost to AJ Styles. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're going to put Sami Zayn over. It still seems like they have some hope in Kevin Owens. Not enough to give him a main event slot, but enough to, keep him somewhat relevant, I guess. I mean, he's still kind of, in the mid-card, but I mean, they seem to be keeping him around. So I think Owens will win here. There might be some, he might win by cheating, but I think it'll be a really good match, too, because these two people have shown to be good wrestlers. So this is a match I'm looking forward to. But the build to this match, again, has fucking sucked. I mean, look at the build. I mean, they had a great thing to build around. These two people have been friends for fucking years. They had the whole thing in NXT, but they haven't done shit to really build to this match and make it seem like an important like an important match. I mean, it's again fucking pathetic. But I do think it's going to be a good wrestling match. Just would have liked to see him, put more effort into the build, more promos. I mean, we all know Kevin Owens has a lot of mic skills, which they didn't really use here, in the build to this match, or lack thereof a build to this match. Then we have, Owens will win, and I think it'll be a pretty good match. Actually, a really good match. I'm hoping. I think it'll be a really good match. Then we have Charlotte versus Natalya. Now, they did this whole thing in NXT, the same kind of match where they had, like, Bret Hart and Ric Flair with the respective women. So we've seen this match before. They're kind of just repeating the same fucking match, but I don't know. I think it'll be an alright match, but it just seems kind of corny. Like, they just did this whole fucking same thing, like, 6 months ago, and they're going to do it again. I mean, same thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn almost. It's like we just saw them wrestle fucking in a feud 6 months ago, and now they're going to wrestle again. I get that it was on NXT, but I mean, pretty much a lot of people fucking watch NXT. So it's the same shit, And I'm kind of still looking forward to it because, I mean, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Charlotte, Natalya have shown themselves to be talented in the ring. And, of course, Bret Hart and Ric Flair are legends, and it will be cool to see them. But it's like, come on, guys. Can we get some original content? Or if you're going to recycle, at least do it, like, fucking way down the line. Not fucking 6 months, from when you just did it. The fucking feud, so. But I think this will be a good match. I mean, again, these two people had a good match in NXT, so I'm expecting the same. And I think they're going to put on a good match. I do think Charlotte will win because Natalya, that pissed me off too. Natalya was just bumped up. She was just an irrelevant jobber who I don't even think was on the show hardly. And then all of a sudden, after WrestleMania, she became #1 contender. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd she come out of? Then we have Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus Vaudevillains. I guess the winner will face the New Day. Let me just get the prediction part out of the way. I think Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy will win, and then will be defeated by the New Day. They seem to be, clicking with the fans, Enzo and Cass. So I think WWE will make them, lose. I don't think they're going to take the belts off the New Day yet. But yeah, I think this will be a good match too. Enzo and Cass versus Vaudevillains. Both have, put on some good matches in the past. So I'm expecting, I think it's going to be a good match here. And same thing, I think they're going to have the New Day versus Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy match at the pay-per-view too. So yeah, I'm expecting the New Day versus Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, to be a good match as well if that match does happen. And like I said, I think New Day will retain in the end. Even if they do face the Vaudevillains, I think the New Day will still retain. But what really pissed me off about this whole tag team tournament thing is you don't get a chance to build to your fucking tag team title match. Like, okay, whoever wins it is going to face a New Day, but we don't get a fucking build to the match. It's just kind of boom out of nowhere. We're gonna get a fucking tag team title match without. I mean, we could have had a great build. I mean, when you're talking with Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy and the New Day, those are 5 people who really click with the fans, who are really entertaining, who, you know, the fans really get into their promos. You could have had some great back and forth between those 2 teams. But no, you know, we can't have that because they had to do this tag team tournament thing, and it just fucked up the whole build we could have gotten. Then we have Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. I don't even get why this match is on the fucking show. We've already seen it on Raw, I think once once at least. I think it might have been on SmackDown. I don't even fucking know. But the point is, we've already seen this match before. Fucking Ziggler's a fucking jobber. Corbin is an NXT guy who I don't really like that much. And I think this is just going to be another boring match. I'm not expecting a good match. I think it's going to be boring. I think Baron Corbin's going to win. Because, again, he's a new guy, and they see in WWE, they seem to hate Ziggler. They're never giving him anything anymore. He's hardly getting any wins anymore. He's just a fucking jobber. So, yeah, this is just a fucking dumb match to have on the pay-per-view. You know, they should just put this on the pre-show or not even put it on the show at all. Shouldn't even put it on the pre-show. Shouldn't even have a pre-show, in fact. I think the pre-show's fucking dumb. But, you know, because there's matches on the fucking main card that I go, okay, why do we need these matches? You know? They could very easily condense the content of the show, and that way you wouldn't need a pre-show, and you probably could take away, you know, some of the matches on the main show. You know, or at least give a shit about the matches. Have a fucking 2.5 or 3 hour show, but fucking give a shit about the fucking matches. But you don't fucking need a pre-show. Just get rid of the fucking pre-show. But there you go, people. There's your Payback predictions there. Like I said, I think Corbin will win in a fucking shitty match. Fucking jobber. Probably a jobber match. Fucking dumb to have this match on a pay-per-view. Pretty much we're paying for this fucking match. I mean, that's fucking dumb. So there you go, people. There's your Payback predictions. I think the show is not going to be that good because they've really not done a good job of building to this fucking pay-per-view. So there you go, people.